see, is this thing live yet? Come on, load, load, load. Hey, there we are. Jeremy here, Cheap Old Gamer. And today we're taking a look at Forza Motorsport 6 Apex. It's the beta that just came out on PC today, which is Thursday, May 5th of the year of our Lord 2016. So the game's really pretty. I had the settings cranked to max. I don't know if I put it back on automatic, and I've actually had a little bit of balancing issues between the settings that the game wants to keep and what my software is going to allow me to do. So yeah, here it is. I have everything set to the max. It actually runs pretty okay on my machine. Can't complain. I mean, I could complain. It just makes me an asshole. But no, it runs pretty okay. I have a R9 390, and then I got a dual X5650 dual Xeon chips in here. So that's running pretty okay. I want to dive into a match that's gonna be, I'd say, probably one of the harder ones on your system. I'm turning everything on easy just so that way you don't get to watch me sliding all over the course. But I'm picking a rainy course just because all the particles and everything else does come through, and does take a little bit of a hit. I had to actually readjust my encoding settings before even going live on the stream, just because, let me dismiss that, just because I was having some issues with performance, both not just in the game but also on my capture. So that should hopefully be taken care of. This is a DirectX 12 game through the Windows Store, so I'm sure you just saw a pop-up come through. That's because I am not able to hook into the DirectX API and capture the stream, so I'm doing full monitor space capture, which is also part of the reason that I've been having performance issues. But I think I got the game and my balance leveled out, so we should be good to go. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. Coming in a little loud in my headphones. Cockpit view is great in this game. This game is actually pretty good. Probably one of the prettier games I've played. I really enjoy this game. So I have it sun pitching right now. I don't normally get this pitching when I am running the game without the capture device. Hopefully the stream comes through better than how it is on my end. The game looks great and actually runs pretty okay. And yeah, I'm getting some choppers. It's not affecting me too badly. Like I said, the game actually runs a lot better when I'm not doesn't have the stuff in the pack too. But the rain effects are really never affected the game. Really? It is. Back when I was primarily Forza game, so there I go off-road. I'm trying to talk and race at the same time. I am not good at it. But yeah, Forza, I've been in the Forza series since the Xbox. It's fun to get my hands back on it. The only PC game that's recently out. That's the only thing I have available. This is kind of a really thinking about getting a race mode, but I don't know what's important is what in this game. Better race. I will say that Windows Store is still a giant freaking mess. My system has 5 hard drives in it. My C drive is supposed to be smaller because my operating system, and lo and behold, it's not, at least I didn't stomach it in 20 minutes of searching, not allowing me to change my default drive. So my two much larger SSDs and my 2TB storage drive can't use those for this game, so it's running off my C drive, which is great, leaving me like 4 gigs of extra space. So basically, as soon as I'm done with 40 minutes of playing this game, it honestly, it looks good. It plays a lot better than what's probably been on the video. Hopefully, I aired when I was able to set up on the side better video quality on the stream versus performance on my end, just because the game is that I know I have to do stuff on the so it's not the prettiest, but hopefully most people can get back to it. Once again, the Forza attention to detail is here. The cars are modeled on the side. Pretty. It seems like it wants to turn. Cabin, so yeah, a little bit of the cabin. I'm not sure if it has that hardcore speed that was in the steel person get out and work the left or the car. But you know, they put a lot of care into the vehicle. You don't have to show off. It's not a Forza game unless you're trying to run somebody off the road. Yeah, I'm playing with a cheap knockoff generic Xbox 360 controller. I have a real wireless 360 controller here, but I had some issues with that with another game, not wanting to detect it, so I'm just using my wired one for now. Works pretty well. I think that there's some bugs. There's a bigger dead zone on the analog triggers on this controller than on the original one, so it's kind of all or nothing when it comes to the acceleration and braking. Honestly, I've loved racing games since the NES, so I'm used to just feathering gas and brakes to get through tight turns. Glad I had the assist on before I was going to go to my race in the side. Maybe something up on the usually I put the board to no assist on I really suck at doing the forces the path around the course. This isn't my hero, so yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get out of this race. We don't need to finish it. And let's take a look at the selection that's available in the beta. In the beta. Let's save the replay. There is actually a pretty fully featured replay system in here, so you can go back, ability to change the type of camera that you have, which car you're focusing on in the course of it. So here it is. Get to a far out view. Change to a different car at any time. Pull up all the telemetry information, which this is something I've always known about the Forza games. It's just this mattering of telemetry detail that you have available. I'm not sure if it's all the telemetry information. Just nothing. Yes. There it is. Gotta use the bumpers for this. Yeah, Forza has always had this available, or at least as long as I've been Forza, which is Forza 2. Has always had just this insane amount of telemetry information, and it's fun because it shows the care that they put into these games where they want to model everything just right. I take a photo, but we're kind of done with this. Let's go out and take a look at the selection of vehicles that are available in the beta. Not a lot of tracks. Game kind of tosses you right out there with the 2017 Ford GT, which is a nice car. It's on my list of fantasy cars, not necessarily the 2017, but I've been a fan of the GTs. Anyways, let's not get into my minor car nerddom. Here's the cars that are available right off the bat. A couple Mustangs, a couple American stuff, a big old truck, Golf, and they got a good mix, you know. Various, like this is like a Le Mans style. I know I'm wrong with that, but like, you know, supercars to street cars and everything in between, old muscle classics, small sporty cars. Ford Focus ST. I actually owned this car. Not this. Was it the 2013? No, it was the 2011. I owned the 2011 ST. But yeah, I basically had very similar to this car at one point. And of course, you know, they have the crazy supercars like, well, not a Subaru STI, but ooh, Audi coupes. Where is it? Oh, Corvette. Let's see, where is it? It's in here. They have that. Oh, they have the Zonda. Where are you, son of a bitch? Oh, there it is. The Bugatti Veyron Supersport, fastest. Well, was formerly fastest production car on the planet. I haven't unlocked that yet. I've only been screwing around with the game today. It just launched today, and it didn't even launch relatively early. It wasn't available for download till afternoon Eastern time. And then here's the courses that are available so far. Wait, can I get there? It is. So the Sebring International was one of the courses. It's not the one that we were just on. There's the Brands Hatch. Whatever these are. I think I'm going the Top Gear courses. That's fun. Apparently they're still doing the partnership with Top Gear, even though Top Gear is a shell of its former self. Let's go ahead and close it out with one of the Rio tracks. When the game starts up, it tosses you straight into, I believe it's this Rio track, as a matter of fact. I'm going to set it down to just, I'll put them at new. I'll make myself seem real good. And I'm just going to do it as, one lap, because fuck it, we're closing this out. And, yeah, you know, they have the details where, like, you know, you can change your car color. I haven't seen the decal, which after this quick race, I'll actually do a dive in and see if we can access the decals. I want to show like one of the prettier courses. And you know what? I want a different car. I want the Boss. There it is. And then once again, better colors for this car. I'm gonna leave it red. I like the red. And then, of course, you know, if you're a gearhead, I'm not, you can go in here and you can tweak the gearing, you can tweak the pressure, everything else, you know, all the shit that you've had from various Forza and Gran Turismo games. No, I do not want to apply it. Okay, let's race. And now these load times have been absolutely ridiculous. This is, like I said, running off my SSD. I don't have anything else streaming in the background. All my video stuff gets stored onto a separate drive from this, so my drive shouldn't be the bottleneck on this, and it still takes forever to load. I don't know if it's because of the textures or whatever else, but you know, most games I'm in within like 15, maybe 20 seconds. Sometimes on startup, I'll be sitting there for close to a minute waiting for the game to just decide to load. We're getting in now. I'm not even sure if I hope it is, because I've been streaming for about 20 minutes now. Test. Okay, yeah, good. Oh. There it goes, finally. And that's just the load to get to the pre-race section, so I'm going to leave all my assists on because I'm going to be a big wuss in this game. It's really boring to see me race poorly, which is why I'm leaving them all on, but screw it, I'm not a pro gamer. This isn't esports. Always been a pet peeve of mine. Ugh. Yeah, they're still using the shitty 2D sprites for the crowd. Forza's been doing that for forever. The rest of the landscape's pretty. It has a less arcadey feel than the last couple console ones, or not feel, but look like everything. Like the cars were modeled really well, but the environments weren't. And that's kind of turned me off from like the last Forzas 4 and 5. They just, like the cars were super detailed, but then everything else just looked really fake. This game, not that much of an issue, minus the crowds that, you know, zooming by those years. More 2D people. Ah! Running into walls. But yeah, 2D people. It's all in your head, man. Nothing is real. Of course, they have drive cars. This has Xbox integration. I don't think there's any cross-platform play. At least I haven't seen it. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't, just because this is technically a different game than Forza 6 on the consoles. The Xbox One. I've just pitted myself, so I'm going back. To be fair, it looks like the people over there are actually modeled. Yeah, they look like they're actually modeled on this status quo, so that's good. I don't know why, but that's always annoyed me. People were talking about the controllers. That function on the PS3. Something that really annoyed me was that all the foliage in that game was sprite-based. Just thinking, here you are telling me this is the hottest shit ever, and static sprites that just rotate with the camera. So that's just me being nitpicky, because I hate seeing sprites in my video game. But, you know, to get a game to look pretty, I understand it sometimes. That taught him a lesson. Take that, Mr. AI driver person. Forza would be made better